Welcome to Becoming a Writer podcast, where writing inspiration is served fresh in 20 minutes or less every fourth Saturday. I am Rubina Gauri Gomes, and together we'll learn how to explore, experiment with, and express our writer selves. If this speaks to your writing journey, give the podcast a listen. If you enjoy it, I'd love for you to leave a review so others can find it too. Don't forget to share your suggestions or questions through the form in the show notes, and let's grow this community together. You can find more conversations like this and download your free Writer's Mental Toolbox PDF at rubinagomes.substack.com. Now grab a cup of your favorite drink and let's have a quick chat. Hello my writer friends, Rubina here. Happy New Year and welcome to our conversation number 42. If you are on Instagram or TikTok, have you given into the 2016 trend? It's as if everyone is trying to will time back to those days 10 years ago when life felt simpler and we felt more alive, young, hopeful and excited. Coincidentally, before I even became aware of this posting of memories from 2016 trend, I was discussing with my therapist the life-altering decision I made in that year and the result of it so far. It was around noon time on an early 2016 spring day when I found myself standing in the parking lot of my college. Through a series of discussions and events, I concluded that I'd be taking a gap year post-graduation and try my hand at this thing called writing. It's now early 2026, sitting across from my therapist, when I ask myself out loud, do I regret choosing to be a writer? My answer? Absolutely not. When I started on this writing journey 10 years ago, I had a set of goals I wanted to achieve and some dreams I wanted to fulfill. I assumed a certain vision of how my life would unfold. And I also had the enthusiasm to prove my worth, become successful, and, if possible, a little bit famous. What can I say? 21-year-old Rubina was still wearing her rose-tinted glasses. None of what I hoped for happened. Well, except one, the publishing of my first book. Even that had a lot of twists and turns, and fate was involved. That's a story for some other time. But the point is, I did become a published author. So that's a win. So no, life didn't turn out as I hoped for. It turned out to be nasty. And nasty was exactly what I needed to find myself. If there is one thing I am 100% sure of in my life, it is writing and being a writer. Without writing, I wouldn't have been where I am today. There was even a possibility that without writing, I wouldn't have been present here physically. Writing saved my life. I felt this was a good topic for our conversation today. We are already a month into the new year. Some of us are celebrating our 2025 wins. Some of us are nursing the failures. Some of us are revving into 2026 excited to achieve goals. While some of us are letting the new year show us the way. No matter what stage you are at, if you have the slightest of doubts of whether you did the right thing in choosing writing, I want to help you calm that voice down. I want to share a few reasons with you as to how writing could enrich your life, just like it did for mine, of why I don't regret being a writer, and nor should you. The first reason being, writing gave me a life to look forward to. I was depressed during my college phase. It was my first time experiencing such a feeling, so no wonder I was scared and lost. The education system disappointed me. I realized the majority of my friendships were just me being useful and the emotional baggage holder. My family, though together under the same roof, couldn't have been more strangers, dealing with their own life hampering and altering issues alone. I had nowhere to go and no one to help me out of my misery. But I did have my novels. They gave me an escape, even if momentarily, from my reality that was becoming too much to bear. It was during such reading sessions when I had just finished Agatha Christie's Curtain and was struck with the epiphany of becoming a writer. For someone who thought there was nothing in life anymore, only pain and waiting for it or self to end, the dream of becoming a writer became my lighthouse. Seeing that light gave me hope to not let myself drown. Writing didn't just help me look forward to life. It also became a tool to unearth myself. One of the writing projects that I took up after graduation, and one that's still ongoing, is journaling. I have spoken at length about why and how we writers should be journaling in our previous conversation. If you need any help with that, give our conversation number 41 a hear. Today I'll share my personal experience with journaling. I started journaling as many in the self-help arena suggested it to be a great tool to bring out what's going on inside me. I also thought it would be a great practice to create a daily writing habit. Journaling was supposed to be a supportive practice for my main writing activity. But it turned out to be the only writing I did for the next 5 years. Though very hard at first, I kept journaling. Most of it was bickering and complaining. My journals hold many of my anger, confusion, and broken pieces of my heart. Over time, one page at a time, I started to unearth myself. I started to learn who I really was, how I felt, how I thought, how I reacted, how happy I was, and how unhappy I was. Some were obvious, some were revolting to accept, but I came around. Years of journaling helped me see my patterns, helped me see where I end and others began, and helped me see that I wasn't the reason for the unfairness I faced in my life. It also helped me understand that I am the only one who is responsible to correct the course of my life. For the first time in my life, thanks to writing in my journals, I was finally meeting the real me. Eventually, I realized that writing in my journals helped me find a safe space to be vulnerable. And for someone who grew up hiding how she felt, being able to put it onto the page was scary, uncomfortable, confronting, and yet freeing as well. Writing helped me safely break open my heart without fear of judgment or dismissal. In a way, writing and my journal became my best friends and my therapist. Essentially, writing saved my life. It did so by giving me enough hope to stay alive. It helped me be brave enough to choose the less trodden path, that is, making me go in a different direction than where my peers were heading. Doing so, writing saved me from the mistakes I could have made in my 20s with lifelong repercussions. The person I was in my 20s was not the real me, but someone conditioned by circumstances and people. Going in the society-trodden path would have led me even further away from me. Going down the path of writing helped me uncover my real self underneath all the conditioning, rules, assumptions, beliefs, traumas, and life experiences. I don't know how the future looks like, but I'm sure of one thing. I will never regret being a writer. Writing is shaping me in ways I could have never imagined or pulled off on my own. I am not giving that back. Now tell me, do you regret being a writer? Or are you being too harsh on yourself and your writing? Be kind to who you were in the past. Also, be kind to whatever unfolded in 2025. Now that 2026 has begun, here is a fresh chance to make decisions and plans in favor of you and your writing. Give yourself some grace and go after your writing dreams patiently and lovingly. Well, that's it for today. Until next time, keep writing, my friend. Thank you for catching up with me today. I hope you found some inspiration to help you grow a deeper relationship with your writer self. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to follow the podcast and drop a review. You can also share any suggestions or questions with me through the form in the show notes. You can find more conversations like this and download your free Writer's Mental Toolbox PDF at rubinagomes.substack.com. That's a wrap for now. See you later.